Hello, friends. In today's story, I'm going to tell you about a millionaire's daughter who rejected her admirer because he didn't make enough money to support the luxurious lifestyle she was used to. 10 years later, they happened to run into each other. There is quite a twist at the end of this story, and it will surely teach you an important life lesson. Enjoy! Tom was 20 years old when he met Rachel. The young man had gotten his first ever job as a janitor in her father's office. Tom fell in love with the girl. He couldn't stop looking at her, saying hello to her, and trying to strike up a conversation. The girl's reaction to him was ice cold, but the young man was so enamored that he didn't notice her rejection, and one day got up the courage to confess his love. His intentions were absolutely pure, but the girl rejected him and responded to his words rudely and mockingly. "I spend as much in one day as you earn in a month. How could you possibly think that I would date someone like you? I could never love you. Leave me alone and look for someone on your level, and get out of my father's company." The girl said it so loudly that everyone around could hear her humiliating him. The man's dreams were shattered, and his heart felt like it was going to stop beating. He ran out of the office in tears and never came back. 10 years later, the two people came across each other in a mall by chance. They were each alone, walking along the hallway when they unexpectedly met face to face. Both were extremely surprised. The woman instantly recognized the man. "Hi, how are you? You know I'm married to a very smart man now. He makes $15,000 a month. Have you ever even made a tenth of that amount?" The man, having heard these hurtful words which struck at his very heart by the woman who he once loved, could hardly hold back his tears and didn't answer. Then the woman's husband walked up next to her. He recognized the man she was talking to and greeted him politely. "Good evening. I see that you've already met my wife. I'm Carter. Very nice to meet you." "Hello, Carter. Nice to see you again," Tom replied, trying to hide his feelings and keep up the usual polite conversation. Then Carter turned to his wife and said, "Honey, let me introduce you to my boss. He's in charge of the project I'm working on." The woman was so surprised that she couldn't find anything to say. Tom smiled and said, "Well, sorry, but I have to go now. I have some important things to do. It was good to see you." The couple watched him as he walked away. Once the woman had gotten over her shock, she asked her husband, "Was that your boss?" "Yes, honey. That was my boss. He is a good and humble person, but he's had a tough life." They say he was in love with the girl who publicly rejected and humiliated him because he was so poor. So he started working hard, and because he's simply brilliant, he became very successful. He makes millions of dollars a year, but lives alone. I guess the girl who rejected him made him lose his faith in love. Imagine what that woman would have now if she hadn't turned him down, said the woman's husband, finishing his story. Once the woman was alone, she couldn't hold back her tears after the lesson she had just learned. The hero of our story achieved his success through hard work, despite an unreciprocated love. Imagine how high he could soar with a loving woman at his side, supporting him in tough times. That's all, friends. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to like it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.